Okay. Everything is ready. So, yeah. Hello, my battalion viewers. I'm the Knight of Arcane, and welcome to the stream. I know there's no one here at the moment, but still. Today we are finally going back to the idea we've had of drawing Marvel rival characters fall into the different demons of Warhammer, but today being Luna Snow falling to Slaanesh. The reason behind this is because it's mainly because of the Emperor's Children. Because one of their, units is the Noise Marines, and Luna Snow is some sort of what idol. So I think it makes sense. Oh yeah, almost started to draw and didn't pull up the screen. Yeah, we're hoping to do a lot of drawings this week. Lost streams this week because while we wait for headphones to show up. We were able to find the ones I was looking for and order them. It is just probably going to take a while. Hello, Thunder. This ear is probably going to change to a different type of ear in the future because we gotta make it demonic. Yeah, I think I'll just do a. Hello, nerd. I'm pretty good. It's been pretty calm. On the wrong thing. I need to get new headphones, so that thought process almost did something that would make sense, but we're not going to do it. Also, they could see it seems like at least for I think it's the Keeper of Secrets. I don't know what this demon's called. Yeah, I might do some other changes, but we're just getting the body set up at the moment. Wait, how? Wait, why Slaanesh for Kyle? I mean, I think we can. Well, we will obviously. Well, there's some obvious jokes I'm willing to make because of some of the stuff boss level has played, and one of the characters he's made on boss level, 100% is relates to would relate to Slaanesh, I think. Outside of that, there are times when he's like jokingly gets mad at on boss battle that I'd be like, yeah, he's like probably corn. Also, think I mentioned it on a recent stream. I know I've mentioned it in the chat with the other artists that I have been getting. That I've honestly, I'm mostly caught up now on Popcross. There's just some pop culture ones I have to watch. I need to watch, and I want to rewatch Vigilance from the beginning and then finally finish it. But like, Tremiscus, Starseed Psyche, Mytholethal, Fear the Demon Hunters, all currently caught up / finished. I'm also like right now rewatching some of the. Hello, Ben. I'm also partially rewatching some of the Multiverse Tales because I just want to rewatch them. So it means I'm going to be rewatching the Gopher Saga soon. Okay, how do... Part of it is definitely going to be like we need to redo the head. I'll put multiple spikes. It makes sense. No, there's going to be other parts. This is just so far some of the base body stuff. I think this is a Keeper of Secrets. I don't remember their names, so I don't remember all like the different Neben's names. But I'm also going to be looking at Noise Marines and other Emperor's Children because like they have like this creepy thing where like that's like that. Yeah. Kyle Kingpin, Ace Attorney. Hello, Ark. Yep. Sometime after stream, I'll watch that Thunder. I'm good. I'm good, Ark. Honestly, this is even just with this base stuff I'm doing. I'm like, I am liking what I'm coming up with for Slaanesh Fallen. Luna. Yeah, it's definitely. I'm definitely looking forward to the Vice one because it's one of the biggest hurdles I feel like I'm dealing with, especially right now. I would say I've been dealing with it probably even longer than just right now, but that's beside the point. I want to keep this part because I think it works, but there's also, since there's a lot of like punk rock aesthetic, so I want to give like some shave hair. Oh, these are little random things I've seen on some of the heads, especially for the Slaanesh heads. I definitely need to figure out, refigure out how I want to do the hands or arms, I guess. One thing I definitely know I'm going to have to do is resize that head. That should work. And the body. Pull up some Emperor's Children. Probably get some other stuff I'm trying to find. Yeah, it looks fun. No, not fun and that. And design wise, not. And actually having it, probably not fun. Try to remember to make the Slaanesh demon. Those magics. Let's see, where's the better view? I guess there's technically. Yeah, this definitely outfit's gonna need to get some remaking. Yeah, we got the secret ending at least for Omen. I think Jeff the Landshark is cool. There's definitely a lot of character designs in Marvel Rivals I like. Psylocke's, Emma Frost's, Invisible Woman's. Probably a lot that people be like, yep, very obvious. I'll just do some stuff that to make it almost be similar, but also at the same time be its own thing. I want to put some. Also, because someone brought it up, speaking back a little bit to Fear of the Demon Hunters, it's like looking back at like dates and stuff. I find it very funny that the last one, which even in the title it talks about like Demon of Rage, was on the same day we did the Marvel Rivals stream of turning Wolverine into a corn demon because he's the demon of rage, blood, war, skulls. Makes sense. It's just a weird coincidence for that day. Thank you, Galhound. Not much. I mean, 21 minutes of trying to figure out how I wanted to design this, figuring out at least the pose, and then now trying to work on figuring out the details like the outfit. How the fuck am I gonna do this? How... how the fuck am I supposed to do it? If it has... I guess it turns into like a vest. Because that kind of makes the most sense how it is, but I can then just have it be that this be like torn off. Then I'll put a spike there. Like, I probably could have also just put the arms down here. Like, forearms or angel dust, but I am also looking at the Keeper's Secrets because it's at least a Slaanesh demon to use as a reference. I am going to have to look a little bit more in details for that in just a moment. Yeah. It's been mentioned multiple times in the last couple weeks. It is definitely going to be interesting to see what might change because of that. But at least then we get to see stuff like Charlie interacting with the Sins. That should be interesting. Have to relook at hands. Hard to tell when that's going to happen because animation takes time, and I wanted to to be good. I wanted to not be rushed. I wouldn't, and also I'm really honest. I wouldn't say I'm that good at drawing mermaids. They're sort of easy, and they're just sometimes you get good ideas, but I feel like it's almost like the well of info. It just needs time before I can even decide if I want to do it anymore. Even though, yes, I know it's been so damn long since I did last time I did mermaids, but mermaids also don't do well views-wise. And honestly, right now, if I am going to do something that doesn't do well views-wise, I want it to either be something more original, like my own, or something I more want to do. Because especially since right now, since unemployment's not giving me shit, still don't have an actual job, so there's just the thing of I'm just gonna of just trying to do more my own than and stuff that I think can do well. What if I should probably start making some demon Hans that aren't that. Yeah, so start doing crab whatever like ones. I have to be monetized to get demonetized. Well, yeah, I've also got to remember to add a bunch. Yep. And there's definitely going to be a lot of bands we'll have to put on. How the okay, looks like it's just normal glove, probably about here-ish, we can say. And then we also just got to start. And we'll have a bunch of spikes we'll need. And also we can add some more details to that, but when we get to there, we can do some interesting feat. Oh wait, I mean yeah, we could. Oh yeah, now I remember one thing I was thinking of is sort of goat hoof front. Oh yeah, that. Okay, how the fuck is your? There it is. Alright. I'm hoping we can get monetized soon, but even then, it feels like it might take a little too much long. think we need something in the back. I mean, there's mainly capes and cloaks and stuff. Do I really want the... I don't know, maybe we'll just do at least one cloth thing. Help. Yeah. Stuff right over here can help with that. There it is. Yeah, besides just some detailed things we'll have to do for the claw parts. I think we're almost ready for that. Let's see. I have no idea. If there's been any trailers out for the new Spider-Man, I haven't watched them. They just haven't they haven't really gone on my feed. Plus, I think it might be a good idea not to watch the trailer, so I don't get spoiled. Because I'll probably watch it. I like the second one. My sister family didn't care as much. But for some reason, they liked the first Venom movie, so who knows? Because I don't know what... Because I don't know where I can get some good royalty-free music or how to really use him on stream. At some point, I do think I should just go through... At some point, I think I should just go through the... Like, once the videos are done, the streams are done, put some music in from, like, the YouTube audio library. Since that would, I mean, at least, it'd make it at least easier so if people really wanted to rewatch them, they would have something. But also, I kind of do it so people could just listen to whatever, or while also just watching. Alright, that's why we have to do that part. Yeah. I am still hoping to, at some point, start doing less pop culture ones. But I have had ideas involving putting characters as either sinners or demons, or even just fusing stuff. Can be interesting. Very. Arc, I think that'd be very scary. It'd be cool in, like, a fictional sense. Scary in a real life sense. Because I don't know exactly how smart orcas are, but, they are called killer whales for a reason. I don't know, that also just sounds like a fun thing to design. One random thing I really should remember at some point to draw, like one, it's pretty much fan art and idea of some point really want to draw. It's relates to the actual, Pop Cross community redraw episode for Go for Wolf or Ray Gun. I just want to draw like this scene of pretty much how Benny, Champagne, and God, it's been too long since I've actually listened to her name. So, the armor maker lady, draw them as they're explaining to Astra what happened. Because I have like just the mental idea of like them battered, beaten, and all that with a bag that has the gopher in it, and just dragging an still unconscious Heath. It's an interesting image I still want to draw that I just more or less remembered that I had. Like that. Okay, this is probably one of my favorites of the free. Jeff is still also, it's like I think it's second place right now. Caprosorcus. I don't know that dinosaur or thing. But yeah, like, that would be very scary. Diablo Rex. Diablo Rex sounds really cool. Just, that's a cool name. I will try to forget it so I don't. Because, like. Because that should be. Because that is Ark's original creature. Do not steal. Or at least do not steal name. Come up with own design. I know other things. No. Basilia, yeah. It's been a little. As much as I may have been rewatching and catching up on stuff, I don't think I haven't really been watching as much stuff that's had her in it to remember at this one moment. Skull heads. Skull heads are cool. A crocodile. That's a crocodile horse. You're pretty much sounds like. I'll look that up later, but in general, that just sounds like a crocodile horse like that. That's like, dang. That's dang. Where did the? There it is. Is that the line? I think I. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know if like I've been like some of the stuff I've watched has been around up and around the place. So last I feel like the most recent thing video that there was that had Vasilia was the banter episode with Benny in Champagne with Ares, but I could also be wrong. Or I haven't watched that video. Or it's a video I haven't watched yet because it's a little too newer. Ironically, I did rewatch the dinosaur mech armor one that I think was a community redraw with Pan. So there should be no excuses. Thank you, I guess. At the very least, a very interesting Luna. Okay. Got to try to do the other one. We're just gonna... Oop. Oh yeah, that's where that was. Oh well. Should be about... Maybe if we just worry about like that. Oh wait, that wire. Before we do anything else, we gotta do that one. Sure, I can look at it. It's looking pretty good. And that cup. I'm not going to be able to pronounce that. It's like, I understand trying to pronounce someone's name correctly, especially in stuff like this. Dinosaur stuff like this, I don't, at the moment, doesn't matter to trying to figure out how to say right. So, yeah, that's definitely an interesting crocodile. Yeah, that makes sense biologically and other stuff. Okay, but people, made important question, especially with how it looks right now. Smash or pass? And don't lie. Singing. I mean, probably depends on stuff and all. I am be reminded that in uh Chowder they had the sting beans, so I don't know, probably something similar to like that. Oh, that's the wrong one. Do hope everyone enjoyed the stream that we had on the weekend. I do hope to be able to do more streams with the rest of boss level at some point. But we finally got to do one with Nate / Nadia, depending on stuff. Bap. Don't be a moron, Knight. Don't be a moron. Okay, is there any other demonic stuff we could probably add? That could work. It's mostly that sort of stuff. Not as much. Okay, that means if we, so we gotta make Goth Mommy version, and to appease Arch. I hope you're. I hope that's fine. Just messing with you like that. Yeah, we can add some stuff like that. God, it feels like I'm putting more spikes on this than I did any of the other two. Yeah, let's just add some rings so we can get some. interesting stuff on. Doing something to make it a little more interesting. Let's relook at that. Yeah, sure, I'll just go like that. Yeah, we can technically... there's definitely stuff we could have done because it is with it being a Slaanesh prince, but we're not. Because that for sure would get me demonetized. And it's just one of those. It's also we're in one of those times where it's concentration and just. Yeah. Ark, I honestly don't know if you were. I think you've said that you haven't really watched Popcross, but it is very funny. Just saying just another Tuesday like that. Because I rewatched his one of his community redraws for dinosaurs, and that is what's said, and that gets said about just another dinosaur being made. Yeah, it's going good. This is going good. At least. Using whale organs to bring stuff back to life. That's a new one. I think it makes sense. But I can still say that's like a new one to see people use for bringing stuff back to life. Make the girl in black your bride. 'Cause tonight she calls me. She calls me. She calls me. She calls me. I mean, that would be over 2 years ago. That is from over 2 years ago, so subconsciously, you subconsciously remembered it. I just more or less recognized it because of rewatching it recently. That is, I'm not gonna say that's true or not because I actually was never on his Discord. I'm still not on DMZ's Discord or Fantasy Creed's Discord. I'm on Kyle's Discord, but I don't really. There's not really much that I post on there or do on there. I'm more. I think I'm more active on the boss level one than and than most any other ones. Yeah, I think this is looking good. That was. I don't remember when exactly. It was definitely before any of our collabs. So. So right before I got shouted out. Ooh, I want to do a nice. Ooh, I like the. Ooh, gotta find like a nice fleshy pinkish color. That's kind of unsettling, but in a good way. What the fuck did I accidentally hit? Oh. I'll let that do its thing for a moment. I accidentally opened up so many things. Yeah. Like I said, I was never on that Discord, so I don't know who this Kurt is. But if you're vouching for them, they must be cool. Okay, let's do some of the black. Yeah, it seems about fine. Yeah. Yeah, it took a hot moment for me to get back to watching some stuff. I mean, I did watch a lot of it that was from last year. Probably sometime after the collab, the Godzilla collab, that I started getting a little behind. Actually, I should have not have. I'll have these ones. That still wasn't what I was trying to do. Edit, cut. Okay, I just need to make some edits on how this should technically look, I guess. Yep, just lied. Cool. Glad he seems cool. Well, let's add some, at least on that one. Well, I'll stay with grays for those ones. Okay. I'll think of that there, though. Okay. I'm gonna go into... Technically, I should probably go into the dark purple bit as getting my coat. Doing that. Oh, no, you're not supposed to be there. Cool. Do I want to stick with white? Or do I want to try this sort of green, do like a sort of greenish color as like a reference to like, I'm seeing some like, I'll keep it that color for now. We might change it. Okay. Actually, so because it should at least also a little bit match the new skin tone. I mean, don't worry, Ark. We all have times where we think about Discord's words and be like, wow, we feel old. There's a lot of stuff I can think of in the Nico B Discord about the fact that, wow, I'm fucking been in that so long. What's the second one that he did? I know he did the one in Alexis's solo leveling. I don't know what the second one he's done for Nerd. At least off the top of my head. It is always weird to think about being in like a fandom for so long. The old days, pretty much. Ah, I need to I mean, I should probably rewatch that one in general. Speaking of though, because I've finally got caught up, I did actually do a drawing for this month's community redraw. So I hope it gets which I'm hoping does get chosen. So we also need some gold. I'm gonna use it here. I'll say this wire here. Yeah, that works. And I'll do a little bit of gold here. Then I'm going to go back to the silver down here. Or the gray. I'm going to use pink there. Well, I did my own version of overkill. Yeah, that's good. Shoot! I mean, I don't know. Maybe it looked kind of like the igloos, but bricks, I guess, or whatever material. Maybe it would look very. I think it'd look a lot. It'd be probably very similar to like the Senate building in Star Wars, maybe. Yeah, I've had a few. I've submitted a few in the past. It's just they have not. There just hasn't been one that's gotten used. There's a lot of times where I just also feared that it didn't, that the email didn't go through, but it did. Okay, now we have to start going through and getting stuff that's white done. Yeah. Like, the structure is probably either going to be very similar to, like I said, the Senate building in Star Wars, or maybe the dome that is over, what's it called? Over Springfield in the Simpsons movie. Keep forgetting about that, so. And I'll just start putting these on the spikes. I'll put it on there. On this one, I think I'll put it there, and then we'll do. pink. I'll use this pink here, here. Yeah, this is pink here. Apparently I don't need the black there, but I'll probably put them there. And then sort of there-ish color. Use it there, use it there. On that. Do the pink there. Yep, we're gonna have to start thinking about that in a moment. And definitely try to get a... Yeah, shouldn't be make it lighter. Oh, so I should probably pull this back up. Thank you. And yeah, that's like I was saying. That's pretty much what I was thinking. Probably if you did that stuff. Don't think it'd be super easy, but probably got it. I'm gonna use it here. That color. That, and I should probably have it on this layer. Actually, it should be on this layer. Here, be like that. And use it here. And then we'll use a lighter pink color in here. Probably change it in a moment some more. And also got that one. And we also gotta do probably about this color. Yeah, like that. And we still gotta figure out the eyes. Don't sell yourself short, Ark. You are a great artist. We all agree on that. When it comes to, for sure, me and the other artists. I'm going to use this pink color in here. And I'll do a different, yeah. I'm going to put that underneath that. And And we also gotta figure out how we want to do the eyes. So let's do a little bit of a lightly put a little bit on here. I might change the hair color at least. I like it, but we believe in your art. We have all had days where we just don't feel like we've, where we've just been very down and being very negative about our own art. And some of us probably didn't have as many people in their lives to be able to be like, to give them either the compliments or be like, yeah, no, you are good. Just keep working on it. And so we want pretty much any of our fans, anyone that watches us, what is on our streams, we want to encourage them. Because we want to see more artists. So we will encourage all of you. Get loved. Like if you like vehicle drawing is definitely practice with drawing vehicles is definitely smart. I have to practice more on those. They are, as we all know, vehicles are not easy. Unless you're like some sort of vehicle fanatic, so then you get like super invested in learning how to draw those. Yeah. This This drawing is definitely is one of those why I have to put the it is not made for kids. I mean, it could be worse, but you know, still. Still wood on this. I have no idea what's on that one, apparently. Shit, wrong layer. Much as I want to joke and be like coward or something, I'm not gonna make that joke. We all know everyone has their different tastes. My taste is just a spectrum because it does include some of the tastes you have. Yeah, hopefully that doesn't get me demonetized. But like 100% true. There was definitely some good art at the end of that stream. I watched like the first season like a long time ago. There was a few bridges I remember seeing a couple times. One of the people that, ironically enough, one of the people that did one of the abridge Overlord abridges is now talking a lot about like Warhammer, explaining it to his girlfriend. That channel being Numbskulls, highly recommend. Yeah, I again with how long ago it was, I don't remember most of the characters in it. Like I remember like the vampire lady and Alphonse. I don't know Alpha, the demon succubus lady. That's like seems like oh it's like always shown everywhere. What if we tried like a light pink? Nah. What if we tried a different pink? What if we do a light blue? That's a reference to that. Okay, let's see what the white looks like. What if we try like a different shade of green? Or a different... That looks... Yeah, let's try that for now. I got the stream version, the stream credits version of the MonsterCon ending, like stuck in my head. Like if you, you can message me it. Again, won't be on stream, but yeah, you can send it if you want. So I have like a somewhat get like some idea. I think there's some sparklies in these, so when we get to that part, we can add some sparkles. Oh yeah. I assume this like they don't feel familiar. I think they must have shown up in like season 2 or later. I do like the design though. I can see why you like this. On design alone, I can see why people would like them. I'm gonna add some of that here. I'll just add some quick gold here, I guess. She is vampire. She's not. Got it. So there's like 2 vampires in in this series. Because I know there's the vampire that one of the other people in his guild made that also has the hots for the guy that gets isekai'd. Like I also watch. Thing is, I watched the sub, but I think I saw clips from the dub where it was, and I recognized the English voice actor from being in some of the some of Bridges, like being Father Maxwell in Helsing, being cooler. This is the interesting thing to learn. I just don't know his name off the top of my head, or his username. Fair. That's fair, Arc. Like when people are just, a sucker for just blondes in general at times. Also, at the same time, is your pun intended, Arc? Oh, right, that. I'll be a bit careful. It may have not have been intended, but you definitely did it. How do I want to do this arm? This is a glove, right? Yeah, that's a glove. Let's start with just putting some blue this on. Let's add a little bit of some blue. And I'm gonna add a light purple also. And I'll put this, and then a multiply layer, and we'll do a blue multiply layer. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, we got still do that. And let's do a quick gray one there. I'm gonna use a pink thing, a little bit pink. No, okay, what? Thank you, Fresh Mad God. And yeah, that's a little true. When I can, I try to. I do think I aim more to draw more females than guys. There's multitude of probably reasons why. Part of it is the fact that sometimes people get a little more obsessed with guy characters and stuff that I get a little annoyed because I'm like, we have all these great girls. Give them the love they deserve. That is also true. That's also true. Females are harder, or at the very least, I because I am more attracted to females than males. So yeah. Yeah, I'm not looking at making those details, so yeah, I might try it. Just maybe try smaller. And then also we have to go here because that should not be that. I'm now remembering that that's probably going to be an issue. Yeah, there's some parts I need to fix on the arm. Huh. I don't know. Yeah, it's just not one. I get that's a hard one because there's definitely characters, male characters that are you could say conventionally attractive, that I like their design of, but saying which one is the hottest is, I feel like it's hard. I'm also like looking around if I have any gay male characters in my eyesight. I could be like I mean that's hot or attractive. I mean like Roman Torchwick from Ruby, I'd say. Kafka's Kaiju number 8 form. Yeah, there's probably like a few male gym leaders in Elite Four, I could say. But again, it's not an easy fight. I mean, and when I did that, that was just for like the Spider Woman. Like, it's more of. I mean, that was definitely for like to have like try to balance out guy to girl ratio. Because depending on what it is, I do try to have that. Doesn't mean it's always it's done, but still. I do think one of my favorite characters Edward Bosco voices is Seven from Zero Escape 999. Yeah, okay. Also, I think this is done. There might be some stuff I might add here in the, like effects, but I think this looks honestly really good. If I say if I say Transformers animated's version of Shockwave as hottest, does that count? It's still the Lisa design I like. When he has the gray and teal, not the full purple. That's okay, but the gray and teal is what I like. Yeah, Larry's cool. Larry's definitely cool. I'm also just trying to think of other even stuff I watch or played. I don't know. They're just guy characters are like they have to also have a something to make me interested in them to be able to like. I would then be able to say like, oh, they're hot. Because I still like Gundam Tanaka from Danganronpa. He's just at least cool. I don't know if I would say hot though. Yeah, that's the same. Like I can, yeah, like I can be like, yeah, this person is, I can at least be like, yeah, this guy is conventionally attractive. He's, it's just, I just, I am just attracted to more femme presenting. Honestly, right now I'm just I'm just talking so we can get to that 2 hour mark on the stream. Get that full 2 hour watch time. Kurt, like, wait, is this the same Kurt you were talking about earlier, or am I thinking of someone else? Re Gotcha. Yep. Rika from Pokemon, though. Oh, she's a 10 out of 10. Wait, what if I said Zane from Ninjago is attractive? It's weird saying that. It's just a Lego person. Not the weirdest topic to get on here. I'm not surprised. Then, like, con, for sure in prom and camp, there is what pretty much all the games have like a secret ending, have like at least two secret endings per character, and one of them usually has a more out risque out there sort of end card, end art. Like we've had it before with I think we've had like one of Miranda's secret endings twice now on stream, and then we've also had one of Polly's on stream, and that was very. Man, I cannot get my whistles to work right then. Yeah, but it's like also it's more like the robot part also of him for Zane. Yeah, yeah, that's how we got the furries. Not all of them. We definitely some because of that. Yeah, there's like usually an adult content one and a more non-adult content one. Yeah, Zane is cool and not no pun intended. You're thinking a bit too much about that, Ben. Yeah, I'll put it up on. I'll put this up on stream. This looks cool. Especially since we're almost done. I think this looks really cool, Ark. I like the design. I like these things. I can't tell exactly what they're supposed to be. They make me think of like axolotl stuff, and it just but it looks really good and frames the face well with the ears here. Nice, got a nice furry tail. You gotta do more furry tails, like lines. Got wings. Is this like inspired by like I was gonna say Griffin, but which I mean, kind of true at least when it comes to like the cat stuff. But then I don't know, it just looks cool. And it's a really good. It's really good for being what you consider a joke drawing. I think you should use this character for something. I have at least an idea, a mermaid idea I might do on stream at some point. It's just mermaids don't, the mermaid videos don't do good. So, and like I said, I'm still trying to get all the views I need for monetization. Because that would then be one of the only parts of income I can get. Hopefully. Yeah, I think there's like I can see a little bit of a bit of an Alistair vibe in this. Yeah, maybe you should do more with them, Arc. But yeah, but since we've also made it to like 2 hours, gotcha, that makes sense. But yeah, since we're at the 2 hour mark and we got this done, I am going to actually end the stream here. The plan is until pretty much for the rest of the week, while we are waiting to get new headphones, we are going to do a stream pretty much every day at 12 p.m. PST. An art stream. Pretty much about 2 hours. Pretty much we can finish the first round of Marvel Fall into Chaos. There's going to be we're finally going to go back to a Hazbin Hotel Hell of a Boss Fusions tomorrow, actually. There's another fusion idea I'm thinking on for Thursday, and I have no idea yet for Friday. That is, of course, the game plan. This might not. It might change because of, life and all that. But thank you all for joining the stream today. It was fun to hang out, just relax, get this done, and smash. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and if you liked what you saw, then leave a like and subscribe to join our growing little Arcane town. To be in the know for future videos, updates, and streams. Anyways, thank you all for joining us today, and I'll see you all next time. Later. The funny thing, Ben.